All right, we are in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN, following the Pete Thompson Show, which is always a tough thing to do. But helping me in the studio today is my brother Bobby Schweim.
Thank Billy. One season's getting ready to end. The other season's getting ready to start, man. It's unbelievable.
Bob, what a nightmare last night, huh?
Ah, boy, oh boy.
At least you were having a couple of adult beverages that you could kill the pain.
I mean, I'm thinking
I was
up to a 4-0 lead, and I'm thinking everything's great.
So, Bob, I'm feeling. Wait to hear this, man. I'm feeling good, man. Tony, my wife came home from work. I'm making lamb chops. I got Eliza Grace playing. You know, I'm getting ready for a I'm getting ready for a Phillies game. All right, got dinner out of the way. I'm all set, ready to go. And then the Phillies get off to a 7-0 start.
So you're digging it.
I'm digging it, man. This is great. I'm having a great time. And then boom.
Hey, Billy, you know what though?
And then boom.
Listen. I was loving the offense, but I was not. I know Velasquez will only last an inning or two. He blows up. I mean, we've seen this time and time again, and I was like, God, this is good. The offense, we got the bats.
And then to see,
but then, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm like, how long can Velasquez, and it didn't last long.
To blow a 7-0 lead in the fashion that they blew it,
it's insane.
It was almost like I think people were just stunned.
I'm tired of him.
Right?
I'm tired of Pavetta. I'm tired of Pavetta.
And then Bob, of course,
I'm tired of, and we got Eflin tonight. God knows that he'll last an inning and a half, 2 innings, three to the moon, right?
But you're not a social media guy. You're not on Facebook.
Why would I want to do that?
You're not on.
Why would I want to do that?
Because like half the world's on it.
I don't care. I have my own world, Bill. I know. My thoughts. I know
you're oblivious to what's going on.
I am not. I pay attention to the. I don't need to hear your opinion. I need to hear my opinion.
Well, the Twitter world blew up. It was kind of comical watching it. Sometimes Twitter's funny, man. I don't know. People get on there to see posts. Oh, Velasquez just gave up a home run. Well, no joke. I mean, I don't know if they're posting it for people that aren't watching the game. It's like everybody's trying to get the information out there first.
Right.
But I don't need to see it on Twitter. I'm watching the game.
Well,
and then, of course, then the comments come.
And then I watch you, Bill. You were over the other night. We were watching, what was it? What were we watching? What sport event were you at my house the other night? And your face is...
The Eagles. We're watching the Eagles, you numbnut. Oh, no, not the Eagles. I was at the Eagles. Well, that was 2 weeks ago.
It must have been a Phillies game or something. Anyway, your head's in your phone. You're not even watching a game. Your head's in your phone.
Well, there's something to be said for that.
I mean, and so everybody else that's doing that, they can't be watching the game. Their heads are in their phone doing Twitter.
No, you're right.
Or whatever.
Right. You're worried about what you're going to say and how you're going to react to just watch and observe and take the game in.
That's not the story. The story is we have one pitcher. One starting pitcher. That's it.
Horrible. And Bob, I'm sick and tired of Gabe Kapler with his excuses and coming around. I want him to unload.
You know what's starting is becoming a familiar phrase for him.
What?
We're just gonna have to forget this one and come out tomorrow. He's been saying that a lot lately. We're gonna have to put that. You just totally forget that and come out tomorrow. Well,
and I don't know what's going on with Rhys Hoskins, man. But like prior to last night, he was in a 5 for 47 slump in his last 15.
He got his first extra base in like 50, 60.
I know. Wait,
60 at
he was 5 for 47 going into last night with no home runs.
He got his first extra base hit the other night.
I know, but did you see the one strikeout that he had? He didn't even look like he was like, I don't know. He looked so awkward, so confused up at the plate. Is I guess a term to use. He looked horrible.
Well. People go into slumps, Bill.
People do go into slumps, and I know Charlie Manuel's there, and everybody's give high praise for Charlie.
What they say, hitting's contagious, though, right? Except for he hasn't.
No Bryce Harper last night because he was on paternity leave or whatever. But tell a story. So let me tell a funny story because we're Bobby and I are twins, identical twins. And if you haven't seen us, a lot of people can't tell us apart.
I'm the better looking one.
Yeah, okay.
They always tell me I'm a boardwalk.
See what happened? I was born before you, right? So God said, "Look what I created. Look at this work I did. It's a work of art." And then he tried to duplicate it. Came up with you. He screwed up.
Yeah.
All right. So Bryce Harper's making $330 million a year. $330 million over his career, with 13-year contract that he signed. And he gets paternity leave. You, at the time when your sons were born, were making what? 80 grand?
No, 48 grand.
48 grand, and your company wouldn't let you get away?
Yeah, I got stuck in San Diego. I couldn't make it home.
Well, actually, and then so I actually filled in. So you called me from the airport and said, "Man, I'm not going to be able to make it home for my son's birth."
Billy, can you get there?
So Bobby calls me in, and I was a stunt double.
Honest to God, Josh, I said, Billy, you got to go up there and act like you're me.
So I went up there. I went up to Allentown where the boys, Colin and Cody, were born.
St. Luke's.
And I go into the hospital, and when my first daughter Andre was born, I passed out in the.
You can't handle it.
I couldn't handle that. I literally they had to hit. Next thing I know, I got nurses giving me smelling salts at my daughter's birth. Right. So when I go in for Colin and Cody's. When they were being born,
she had a C-section.
Well, they asked me. So that they said, "Well, you want to come in?" My eyes lit up, like my eyes got real wide, and I'm like, "No." So I declined to go in, but they did. When the boys were, as soon as they came out, I was right there when they were in the incubator.
Right.
Not the incubator, but
yeah. Well, so the point is, here.
Here he's making $330 million, and he can take 3 days off. When they need him the most.
No, you know what that says to me, though.
And you're making 40 grand trying to support your family, and you can't make your son.
So but here's the thing, though. This leads me to believe that the Phillies know that they're a year away. They're not. They know they're not. If it was that important,
that's in the collective bargaining agreement. He gets 3 days. Has nothing to do with the Phillies.
I understand.
You think the Phillies? But the Phillies can't tell.
Don't you think
the Phillies can't tell him to stay?
Don't you think somebody put pressure on him? Maybe. Hey, Bryce, man, we're in the hunt for this thing.
No, I don't think they do.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think maybe Reese Hoskins would have said, "Hey, what do you think?"
No.
No.
But it's a kinder, gentler world.
Well, guess what? If I'm in a playoff hunt and I'm in the locker room, I'm saying something. Yo, man, our leaders go. What's up? I mean, he's going. We're in a playoff hunt.
You think somebody's got?
You don't think
Cool Yoon's big enough to do that?
If you were back in the day, you don't think
back in the day? But Bob, we're talking about today.
No, I'm talking
today's
about
athlete.
No, I'm talking about you back in the day.
I would have.
You don't think you would have said something as a leader of a team?
I probably would have.
I know I would have.
Oh, for the birth of your kid?
Yeah, I said, yo, we're in a playoff hunt, man. Where you going?
With the money you're making, have 2 more kids. You can see them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, seriously, dude.
I just think it's funny that you making 40 grand at the time. You didn't have to work. I mean, you could have gotten.
I basically what happened was
Don't make it sound like
I landed out there, and they said, "Listen, we have no one to fly the plane back. You have to do it." And I'm like, "Well, and they put pressure on me. They put pressure on me, making me." And I said, "All right, well, just I'll fly it back, but just get me home." Of course, then
that's an outrage.
We came back and we hit a bunch of fog. We had to divert and
So it was out of their control, basically out of your control.
But they put pressure on me. They put pressure on me.
And here's Bryce Harper. And look, I'm not begrudging him, the guy. But you can't seem. Well,
Bill, really, in essence, though, they didn't even need his bat. They didn't need his bat last night. They needed pitching. They didn't need his bat. They scored 11 runs, for God's sake. I mean, they need pitching. And they're talking about this, what's this guy's name? Spencer Howard down at the...
he's Double A.
Yeah, he's supposedly he's mowing them down up there, Bill. So guess
what? He's mowing them down there, Bob.
Down there.
That's the difference.
So you don't think it's going to translate to the major leagues, huh? No?
It's too early to tell. But it can't be any worse than what they have right now. I mean, bring him up, but I don't mean, is he going to do anything?
So, listen, I like I said, last night, I saw they were off to a quick start, 4 runs, 7 runs. I was thinking, okay. But in the back of my mind, I knew.
Nah, come on.
Yeah.
It was 7-0 to the Marlins. You were going,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, I said in the back of my mind. I didn't say right. That was my initial reaction. I'm just in the back of my mind. I was like, how long can this last? How long can we hold? Can Velasquez pitch well? Before he starts giving up hits and dingers, and which he did. I can't believe this guy.
So,
man.
Bob, is this Phillies team done? I mean, after last night's,
wouldn't you have to say so? Wouldn't you have to say so?
I would say it's tough for these guys. But first of all, they're professional athletes, and they do have short. So you have to have a short memory.
Well, that's what you sound like Gabe Kaplan.
I'm not saying no, but it's the truth.
We have to have a short memory. Got to forget about it. Come out tomorrow.
It's truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Is this season over? I don't know.
Yeah.
But after last night, it's pretty tough.
So they needed to sweep the Marlins. They needed to.
They can still come back and win 2 out of 3.
Who's pitching tomorrow? Or tonight? It's Eflin, I think. Yeah. Zach Eflin.
You got Eflin tonight. I mean. He's 7-11 with a 4.57 ERA. I don't know, man. It's just devastating last night.
What about Bill? What about the play of that one Michael Franco?
Well, here
did you see that guy?
And we'll get let's on the other side. We'll get into Michael Franco, but Bob, you know he has 15 home runs. This guy Rodriguez, I don't even know what he's. Everybody's. I mean, I haven't heard one positive thing from anybody in the print media, the radio media.
He's got 14 years in the league.
With that little cute little ponytail he has, right? I mean, so Michael Franco, there's got to be
a fashion statement.
But we'll talk about this. There's got to be something wrong with Michael Franco. There's got to be something. He's got 15 home runs.
He got a hit
so he's got more pop. Yeah, but he also made some errors in the field.
2 errors, right?
Right.
I didn't get that, man. He's usually pretty.
I'm upset about this because I was like I said going into the show today. I was psyched. I told you, nice dinner made.
Bill, I told you. Listen, I told you a couple of weeks ago. These guys they're a year away, man.
Well,
this is not the squad. You can't go in. They don't have any pitching. Bill, don't get excited.
Don't get excited.
Don't get excited.
You know, Bobby said don't get excited. All right, the first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly's closest and New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harley Davidsons around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. And, Bob, you get down there, they'll teach you how to ride a motorcycle if you don't know how to ride.
I know how to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, when was the last time you rode a motorcycle?
When we lived in Orlando.
Disney World.
I had a Honda 400, chain driven.
And I got run off the road. All right, looking for a new bicycle? Buy a bike from Manarelli's Bicycles, located at 1014 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Owners Mark and Mike insist that after the sale, it's the service that counts, with a complete line of bike accessories and same-day repair service. That's Manarelli's Bicycles, 609-399-2238. 609-399-2238. And you want to get your day started off with the best breakfast at the Jersey Shore? Look no further than Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Family owned and operated since 1962, Uncle Bill's Pancake House is a Jersey Shore tradition with 8 locations from Ocean City to Cape May, featuring 30 types of pancakes, waffles, crepes. Uncle Bill's has something for everyone. Stop in at one of their 2 Ocean City locations and try my favorite, the stuffed French toast with homemade cinnamon butter. There's something for everyone, from fresh-cut fruit cup, gluten-free pancakes, or fluffy stuffed omelets that are excellent. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Go to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, 8 locations along the Jersey Shore, 2 in Ocean City, and I guarantee you'll get a great breakfast with a fantastic service and a smile. All right, when we return, we'll continue our Philadelphia Phillies talk. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN. Team moving right along. And I'm just all.
But what did you think about the black and white uniform?
I hated them.
I couldn't believe it, man.
I hated them.
I think it's
the whole league wore it.
I know.
It's stupid. First of all, you couldn't even see the numbers of the names on a white uniform.
I just, man.
They get their nicknames on there.
I thought it was horrible. You see the gold belts that the guys the Phillies were wearing, the black unis with the gold belts.
Didn't Real Muto.
I don't know. A couple of the guys had them on. Like, what is this, man? Is that a gimmick or what? You have to have a gimmick to sell the game of baseball?
I don't know. I thought it was horrible. I thought it was stupid. All right, let's go to Mike Gill today. He's at the Mission Backpack at the ShopRite. Mike Gill, what's up, man?
Schweim, this is the only thing both of you guys we've ever agreed on. Those uniforms.
Hideous is an understatement,
Mike, what is that about? Do you have any knowledge of why they do this?
Yeah. I thought the black uniforms were actually better than the white.
Oh, I got to tell you, you know what the white uniforms remind? If you ever watched that Seinfeld episode of when I can't say the word on the air, but at one point Seinfeld wore a white helmet, army helmet, impersonating a reproduction part.
Right.
That's what it looked like.
Last year too. I think it hurts the players more than it helps them because number one, they don't come up with not everybody even involved. Like if your name's Matthews and you just put Matt on your back,
right.
Participate. participating. I don't like it. The game itself was an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Don't.
It should be ashamed of himself.
V2. His name was V2.
Where you have a 7-run lead. This is where you go out there and shut the damn game down and get out of there with a win. That's awful.
Mike, 2 and 1/3 innings gives up 7 earned runs.
I think the Schweims could have doubled.
So where are you, Mike? What's going on? You're down at the shop, right?
Yeah, Bill, we're doing a lot today. Pete Thompson's down doing Alex's lemonade stand later on today, and I'm at the shop right in Egg Harbor Township, and this is a big day because you guys know that Billy taught and holy mackerel, school supplies. How much
Yeah.
it costs kids to go back to school? So we're collecting backpacks. We're collecting here today. We're gonna put backpacks together and deliver them to all the schools in the area.
Very nice.
So basically, it's mission backpack. A lot of people at DHT shop right here, and it's all stuff, like backpacks, notebooks, binders, number
Pencils. Yeah, that's right.
all that kind of stuff. So whatever anybody can do, if you're stopping out at DHT shop right where I'm at now, we're at DHT at Seacon and Summer Point. All of our sister stations are around. But if you're driving around and you can get to one of those places, how about helping out? This is I can't believe how much these schools supply.
Yeah, well, Mike, I have 2 boys that are going into 6th grade. My wife did it last weekend. I dropped like $400.
Did you really?
Outrageous. So you can make it out here. I'm here, and I'll be here hanging out, just trying to do what I can to get these school supplies. I coach kids. My girlfriend's got a couple places. I got to go out and do all this supply shopping today. I said, here's $100.
All right, Mike. Well, listen, man. You keep tuned into the show, and I'm sure you'll be texting me when you and I don't agree on something. All right, there's Mike Gill down at the shop, right? We'll talk to you again. And Bobby, I think the one team that can pull off the black uniforms are the Pirates. Remember the Pirates' old unis? I like those.
Let me tell you something, Bill.
They look like softball uniforms.
Mike Gill's right. That was hideous. It was hideous. I think it's a bad
All right,
idea.
Bob, ready? What was more hideous, the play of the Phillies or the unis?
The play of the Phillies, then the unis. At least we had the black
Did the
ones.
unis play?
Bill, at least we
did
had
the
black
unis make the team play that bad?
No. And you know what? The white ones were the worst. The black ones at least looked a little better. The white ones were horrible. But you know what, Bill? Bottom line is, like I said, you got to have pitching. Then we wanted to talk about Maikel Franco. What are your thoughts on his play?
Well,
coming back,
so
you're coming back from minor league. You got sent down. You think you'd have your?
But here's the thing about Maikel Franco. He's got 15 home runs. He can play. He generally is a good defensive third base.
No, a guy like that should be.
Can I finish my thought?
No, you can't.
You're not going to let me finish my thought.
I want to interject. He should have at least 28 home runs right now.
All right, but the fact is, he's
15.
got more pop than Rodriguez on his best day. All right, he's got more. I mean, on his on.
Yeah, but Rodriguez played outfield.
Rodriguez is best day. Maikel's it's better than him on his worst day. Is what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
So you can bring him in off the bench to possibly hit a home run.
Yeah, but this guy,
you're not going to expect that from Rodriguez.
This guy Rodriguez.
So there's got to be another reason why Maikel Franco was sent down. Maybe it's something personal. Maybe it's something off the field that we're not knowing about. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. For them to just send him down, is that enough to shake up?
Let me respond. Okay, let me tell you something. First of all, that this guy Rodriguez, he can play any position, right? Now, Maikel Franco's he can play third base. So 15 home runs really doesn't equate to it's 15 home runs. I mean, so it's... All
right, Bob, let's go to a phone call right now. Let's go to Lou in I think he's in Wildwood or North Wildwood. Is this Lou?
It is, Bill.
For once.
Lou, you're gonna agree with Bobby?
Yeah, I have to, because they did not pay attention to pitching in the offseason, and now they come back to haunt them.
Well,
no pitching.
Lou, I will agree with you. I will agree with you. They were obviously concerned more about getting the lineup, the bats, and they thought that Pivetta, they thought that Velasquez, and they thought that Wyckoff were going to be enough that these guys were the next year ready to take the next step, but they've regressed.
Absolutely, and it's not even decent pitches. It's horrible.
I know. It's not. We're not even. This guy. They got that guy Smiley.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Decent pitching. I think they have a run at, but it's like minor league pitching on that team right now.
Lou, when's the last time you went to a... What's that?
You didn't know Velasquez wasn't going to give up that 3-1 home run.
Yeah,
Get him out of the game before that pitch.
When he was
Lou,
up
he only went 2 1/3. He went 2 1/3.
Yeah, but he gave up 4. When he gave up 4 runs. Yeah. You would have yanked Lou. You would have yanked him after he gave up 4 runs, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In a downward spiral.
Lou,
Getting better, Lou. I'm 6.5 weeks out. I'm already riding a bike. Little, yeah, still numb. I appreciate it, Lou. It's a tough operation. I got to tell you, man. I don't wish this on anybody.
all right, Lou, let me ask you a question. Are the Phillies done? Do they have a shot at making? Do you think they can make the playoffs? The second wild card?
No.
I do not believe that, but I think 2 pitchers and maybe a third baseman next year, and they're right back at it.
Hey, Lou, for once you're right, man. I appreciate it.
Drop the gat, Louie.
All right, have fun, please.
Thanks for the call,
There's
Lou.
Lou Capelli. He's a Democratic freeholder in South Jersey, Camden County.
Yeah.
He's the
He does a good
director
job.
of freeholders.
He does
in
a
Camden
great
County.
job for Camden County.
He sure does.
You can't deny that, man.
Buster, what do you think about my theory that maybe there's something else going on with Maikel Franco?
It's a possibility. I don't think so. The reason why is this guy Rodriguez is he's utility, man. He plays everywhere. Maikel Franco can only play first base, and he's only hit 15 home runs. I mean, that's not a whole lot.
Well, I would argue that why do you need a guy who can play multiple positions when you have other guys who can play multiple positions?
Hey, I'm not defending
For example,
Rodriguez.
Franco can play first and third base.
He could.
Brian Miller can play first and third
The
base.
Real Muto plays
Monterey
first.
can play every
Right.
position. Real Muto can play first.
Right.
Cesar Hernandez can play multiple positions. There are multiple guys in the field
What is
multiple
this
positions.
So you-
I'm with Bill. I think that there is an ulterior motive.
There's gotta be
You
why
think
this
so?
franchise
Yes.
sent
Did you
this
guys
guy
get together
down.
this morning? Did you guys talk to each other this
No,
morning?
we didn't talk to each other this morning. That's why I'm mad at him this morning.
You're mad at me? All right, well, listen. Here's the good news. Ready for this? That's the last we're talking about the Phillies today.
Why?
Because I got Damo coming on. I'm going to talk
Okay.
about the Eagles, and then after Damo in the second hour, I got Mike Quick today.
You got the quicker?
I got Mike Quick. We had a big show in the locker room.
All right.
All right, so everybody stay right where they are. We're going to start talking Eagles because, Bob, you know what?
You're done with the Phillies.
I'm done with the Phillies.
All right,
But I'm not jumping off.
What are you talking?
I'm not-
They're
I'm not-
done, Bill. They're not making the playoffs this year. They need pitching. It's next year.
I'm not jumping off. All right, first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly's closest, New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harley Davidsons around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. Hey, Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. Hey, when Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential, commercials, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out the website at grimes.com. Hey, AC Bar and Grill is the place to be. The food's awesome. The atmosphere is great, serving steak, seafood, spirits, and sports in Atlantic City for over 25 years. It's simply the place to be. This Atlantic City institution is located at the corner of Pacific and South Carolina Avenues and has plenty of convenient free parking. Check out their sports and celebrity memorabilia that line the walls as you watch the game at this South Jersey Throwback Bar and Grill. Mention the locker room and get 99-cent draft beers with your order of famous wings or mussels. For more information, go to acbarandgrill.com or call them at 609-348-8080. That's the AC Bar and Grill. All right, when we return, we'll talk Eagles with Paul Domowitch from the Philadelphia Daily News. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back here in the locker room, 10:34. I'm done with the Phillies. I want to talk Eagles, Bob.
How about you and before you go, how about you and Josh thinking there's something up with Maikel Franco with some?
Well, Bob, what other explanation is there?
I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe, man, that's right.
That's
I mean,
unbelievable.
but, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But you know who does know what's going on behind closed doors? My first guest, Paul Domowitch from the Philadelphia Daily News. Welcome into the locker room, Paul. Paul, I want to get you. Listen, Paul. I still get the Daily News delivered to my house.
I'm looking at it right now.
I get ridiculed, Paul, because I'm old school. I bring my Daily News clippings in on Friday night. I sit there and I clip. I got all your articles right here. I'm old school, Paul.
I like all
Paul, man, first of all, I've been having all kind of heat. I've been taking a lot of heat because I am old school. I have a get off the long segment with Mike Gill, our big guy here, Monday through Friday. He has a show 2 to 6, the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, and on Fridays we do a segment called "Get Off My Lawn" because I'm old school. But I am one of the only people, and I know Seth Joyner. And I think that still think that there's a little value in the preseason, but it's not going that way.
No, they seem to be shifting away from it. They'll probably at some point totally eliminate it, but they'll be going 18 games probably with the new CBA in another year or two, and they'll either just have 2 preseason games and joint practices, or just get rid of all preseason and go to a lot of joint practices.
Now, see, Paul, I've never met you. I get to, I've seen you on television. I read your articles. To me, you seem like a real football guy to me, and that's why I wanted you on the show. You know what? You're there at practice behind closed doors. You get to see all the action, or they only let you see certain things that they want you to see when you're in practice?
During training camp, practice is open.
So you get to see, you can walk around pretty freely and get to talk and see whatever you want to investigate. You have freedom to do that.
Well, there are restrictions as far as where we can walk. I mean, we have about the same rights these days as the VIPs and sponsors that they allow into the daily practices. No more, no less.
So you're close to the situation. What do you think about the practices with the Ravens? Teams are going to these practices that they can spend the whole week with the team. It's not the same as a live game, but they are obviously they're turning to these things.
Yeah, I mean, teams today are just, coaches particularly are just so afraid of people getting hurt. They just at least want to get everybody to the starting line, and if they're not good enough, they're not good enough. But they want to make sure their quarterback is healthy. I mean, we've seen with the Eagles, they've lost 2 of their backups Kessler came right back, but Nate Sudfield's out probably until week 3 or 4. The problem is if you totally eliminate games, it makes it a little harder for the coaches to properly evaluate players because there's no tackling, even in the joint practices with the.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
With the Ravens, there's no tackling to the ground.
Jeez.
It's the next kind of closest thing, but when you're the entire preseason except for the games, the quarterbacks can't be hit. So if you're trying to evaluate defensive ends, defensive tackles on their pass rush abilities, you've got to rely on the one-on-one drills against the offensive linemen. You can't watch them in 11-on-11, and because they're gonna back off as they get close to the quarterback or just run past them. So there's things like that.
So Paul, you're not really getting a true evaluation in these practices or with other teams, even though like the Ravens when they come in, you're not getting a true evaluation.
No, particularly for guys you haven't seen in the past. I mean, you know what most of your veterans can do. It's your young guys that you're really, it's a guy like Davion Hall. He's probably going to make this team as a defensive end, mainly because he played well in camp. He's had outstanding. He played outstanding in the preseason game. He's got like three sacks, pressures. He forced a hold out of Orlando Brown on this past Thursday. Things you're not going to see in practice, and so I don't know that he would have made this team without what he's been able to show them in the games.
Yeah, you wrote a nice piece on him the other day, and he was a 77th overall pick in the 2017 draft, and he had 13 and a half sacks. He played with Myles Garrett, who had 13 and a half sacks. So he played. He seems like he's a pretty good defensive end, but you can't really tell.
Yeah. So like I said, he's played well in the preseason. I think he's going to make the roster. Might even open the season as their 4th defensive end in their rotation, probably beating out Josh Sweat, their early round pick from a couple of years ago. So, it benefits. I think you still need a couple preseason games. You know, if they can make more money going to 18 games, both the players and the owners are going to do it.
Well, we're talking with Paul Domowitz from the Philadelphia Daily News. And Paul, as a fan's point of view, perspective, I took my daughter to the game, which she's only 4 years old. She had her Eagles cheerleading outfit on, and I felt comfortable bringing her to a preseason game because you're not subject to the passion and the drive of the fans in a regular season game, less cursing and whatnot. But from a fan's perspective, you're still paying full price. It's $40 to park. It's $7 for a hot dog. $6 for a bottle of water. I mean, you know what I mean. So, but the fans aren't getting. They're not getting the true. You're not getting the value for it.
Yeah, you can. But you're not. They're not going to give you a discount.
No.
They've been charging same price for preseason games, I think, since at least the early '80s.
Yeah, but the play preseason was halfway decent to watch, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's, I mean, it used to be there was a routine. You barely play. You play your starters for a quarter in the first preseason game. You play them for a half in the second. You play them for 3 quarters in the third.
And that would be it.
And the fourth game, you go with your backups. Now, I mean, Carson Wentz is not going to play this week either, which means he's going to go the entire preseason without throwing a football in any of the preseason games or gotten hit since they can't hit him in practice. So, we'll find out when they start playing on September 8th against Washington.
That's
whether not getting hit and not throwing a game in a preseason game is a negative or a positive.
yeah. I mean, I saw Russell Wilson play in the. He had a couple.
Matt
series.
Ryan played. I saw Kyler Murray down in Arizona play.
I mean, Joe Flacco played. I mean, a guy like Russell Wilson. I mean, you see him play, you have to say to yourself, man, there's something about the preseason. If he's in there, I mean.
I think if I'm Doug Peterson, Carson would have played a little bit this week.
I have to agree.
I don't think he needs to be out there a lot, but I think you want to get him hit. You want to get him kind of accustomed to the speed that you don't see in practice.
Hey, Paul, this is Bill's brother Bob. I would like to get your perspective on what are some of the strengths and what are some of the weaknesses that you see going into this year.
Well, I mean, they've loaded up that offense. Their offensive line probably is the best in the league. I mean, we don't know. The questions that we still don't know are if Brandon Brooks is going to be ready for Week 1. He says he will be. Their right guard. Jason Peters is healthy right now, but he's 37 years old, and we don't know how long that's going to last.
Really?
But Andre Dillard just looks fantastic, their first-round pick. So I don't think they have any concerns about the left tackle position, even if Jason goes, starts getting banged around again and he can't finish games. So their offensive line is going to be good. They've added, we saw Thursday night, J.J. Ortega-Whiteside. It looks like he's going to be a great addition to that receiving core. They already added Deshaun. So they've got a lot of weapons for Wentz, and we're going to see. The most difficult thing for him is going to be spreading that ball around all these people and keeping them happy. And then they added Miles Sanders, who I think is going to be a terrific addition, not only from the standpoint of the run game, but he's proven to be that he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and that's something they haven't had in a few years. Probably going back to LaShawn McCoy. I mean, where that's been a weapon for them, where you've had a running back. I mean, Darren. Well, I miss Darren Sproles.
Yeah, Sproles. Yeah, he's hurt.
Darren's been hurt the last 2 years, and he's going to make this team this year, but he's going to be in a very limited role. Punt returns, probably get about 5 touches a game. So their offense, I think, should be a lot better this year. Defensively, I still have concerns about the edge rush, and we haven't seen Fletcher Cox on the field yet. He insists that's only because they're being cautious with him, but it also means that he's probably not going to play as much in the early part of the season as he has in the past, because he's going to have to get himself in the football shape. So, we'll see how their pass rush is early on. I think they're going to miss Michael Bennett. Derek Barnett also. We've talked about guys they're protecting. Well, Barnett has yet to play in the preseason because of his shoulder surgery. So we don't know what we're going to get from him yet.
Have you seen him in practice though, Paul?
Yeah, a little bit. He didn't start practicing 11 on 11 until I want to say about a week ago. So they're just trying to. What they don't want are setbacks. They don't want what happened last year with Jalen Mills, where they thought it was, they thought he was ready, then he came back. He came back to practice and exacerbated his injury and was lost for the season, and probably isn't going to start this season. And we still don't know the exact nature of his foot injury, other than it's a foot injury. He had surgery, but he's on their physically unable to perform list, and probably isn't going to start the season. Donald Darby has kind of worked his way in, played in some 7-on-7 stuff, but not 11 on 11. So their two starting corners, may or may not play. One may play, one may not.
And then, of course, the linebacker situation's kind of clad. Nigel Bradham, you see him out in practice, but he's just not ready to go yet. The toe injury?
I talked to him the other day, and he did not sound like a guy that really felt his toe was in the Saints playoff game is allowing him to really push off and play as well as he hopes to. Now, whether that means he just won't feel right but he's going to play, or whether they'll hold him out, that's a question we don't know yet. He hasn't played the preseason. I'm not as concerned about the linebackers. I think, they've got a couple guys, and because they've also lost Grugier Hill, who will probably miss the first few games. But they've got L.J. Ford, who's a guy that can cover.
Nate Gary.
Zach Hill, who they got signed, played for the Redskins. He's a good first down linebacker who can play the run. That's all he's going to be doing. And what you're going to see from Schwartz is a lot of defenses with a lot of DBs on the field. Their plan is, okay, you want to try and run at us, fine. We got, our corners can tackle. We've got big safeties. They can stop the run. But we're going to make you throw the ball. And if their offense is as good as it was in 2017, that'll work fine because teams are playing from behind, have to abandon the run early, and have to throw. If it doesn't work out quite that way, and teams are able to keep running the ball at them, then that lack of depth at linebacker might start to show. But it's not a big concern for me right now. If I were them,
Right.
So.
All right, Paul. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate you coming on and giving some insight.
That was great analogy, man.
Because
Great
you're
analogy.
down there, and I read your articles every day in the Daily News. I really appreciate it for checking in. Thanks a lot, Paul.
You bet. Don't get rid of that. Get off the lawn.
All right, there's Paul Domowitch for the Philadelphia Daily News. He seems
That
to
was
be,
in depth, man. That was great right there.
you know what I mean? Talks about, gives us the insight. All right, first out of the locker room, sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson. Phillies closes in New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harley Davidsons around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson. Where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. Yeah, we're here back in the locker room. Hey, it's that time of year. It's time for the Joe Namath Foundation Legends of Golf Tournament at the Bethpage State Park in Farmingdale, New York on Wednesday and Thursday, September 11th and 12th. Joe's been a champion on and off the field supporting children's charities. Come join Joe and other sports legends at the Broadway Joe's All-Star Jam Party on Wednesday, September 11th at 6 p.m. at the Long Island Marriott, then tee off at 10 a.m. Thursday, September 12th. A variety of sponsorship packages are available. Individual, group, and corporate golfers are all welcome. For more information, go to info@joenamath.org. And Bobby, man, you made some comments while we were at break.
Yeah, it's just,
about superstition.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, my thought is they're keeping him out, he's hurt. It's got to be in the back of your mind. All players are superstitious, at least most of them are. I remember when we were.
But if you play hard, if you play scared, if you play like you're going to get hurt, if you're playing to just not to be injured, that seems to be when the injuries happen.
Wouldn't you think that he would want to get a couple reps in anyway, just to get that monkey off his back? You know what I mean? I'm out there. I already got there. Everything's fine.
Bob Domowitch Paul even said in one of his articles, the Eagles scored 41 first quarter points last season, which was the fewest in the NFL.
Well, you know
why? Because they come out of the gate slow.
Well, it's going to take at least 3 games for these guys. What's the schedule? I haven't seen the
haven't looked at the
upcoming. I know
schedule yet?
they start off with the Skins, and then I think the second game is Josh. What's the second game of the season?
I don't have the schedule.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The Eagles. We're talking about the Eagles. Well, I just don't
I'm
have
not
this.
really sure where you were going
No.
there for a second.
I mean, I'm
Well,
thinking
here's the-
they schedule a conference game, the first game of the year. I mean,
Yeah, they got the Redskins game.
Yeah, I knew
one,
that.
The Falcons game 2.
Falcons, okay, they're in the and another NFC team. But what I'm saying is, it's
They
the
actually
first
have 4 straight NFC.
the first 3 games are preseason. Let's face it, for Carson Wentz. You
And
think
not all. Listen, the Eagles NFL
Well, it's funny
roster.
you say that really quick because Bill Belichick says that every year. Bill Belichick says that he doesn't. The preseason to him is not about, getting players warmed up. To him, the preseason is getting a look at guys, and then the first 4 weeks he treats the 4 weeks of the regular season as a preseason. Like, let's get the guys warmed up. Let's see what works, what doesn't work. Belichick has always said he doesn't care what the record of the 4 games.
well,
That's not. I guess it's not how you start.
Look, the guys. You can't argue with this.
It's not how you
philosophy
start. It's
here.
how you finish. I guess, right?
Belichick's
guess.
philosophy, yeah.
I guess.
Well, listen. I think. Look, not every team. The Eagles roster is pretty much set. There's nobody really competing for a job.
Right.
The receiver, like you just heard, Damo. The receivers are set. The linebackers, with the exception of a few people that are hurt, are set. Your Mujay Hill, right?
We need every victory, right? Wouldn't you say so?
I would say
our defense,
nothing
based
does
upon
any-
what Donmo said, the defense is suspect. But anyway,
Anything comes easy to the Eagles, Bob? Does it ever come easy?
No.
Not too many teams that comes easy. All right, first hour is in the books. Second hour, we got Mike Quick. We have Bobby Schweim. Stay tuned. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. All right, we're back here in The Locker Room. Billy Schweim, Bobby Schweim, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN.
Forget your boy Josh.
And
Bill.
97.3
Forget your boy
ESPN
Josh.
mobile app. He's my ambassador of Quan. Hey, speaking of the ambassador of Quan, you know what I'm working on? I'm working on getting Cuba Gooding Jr. on the show. He's been one of the, your face, the face that you just made, like
See, that's exactly
the
what
guy
I
was in one of the best all-time.
What's he know about
sport
Philly?
movies.
What's he know about Philly sports?
It's not about just about
He
Philly.
knows. It's just
doesn't-
such a random celebrity guy to have on.
Are
Well, I
you
know.
into that, Josh?
I'm into interesting people.
I think he'd be very interesting to, that's my word. Right? Jerry Maguire's one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
That's my word.
That's my word.
I love Jerry Maguire.
Shoplifting the pootie?
Show me the money.
Come on, Jerry. Say it, Jerry. Show me the money.
Come on, Jerry. Say it. Say it again.
So I'll let you know. We're working on that. And if we get Cuba Gooding Jr. on, that'll be fun. I told my brother about it. He's like, what do you want him on for?
Yeah, well, guess what? But Josh is your ambassador to Quan, right?
Yeah, 609-403-0973. Would you be interested in listening to Cuba Gooding Jr.? Give me a text. Thumbs up, thumbs down. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Would you like me to have Cuba Gooding Jr. on? I think it'd be a pretty interesting
Okay,
guest to have.
all right.
Bobby says no, I say yes, but it's what I say that goes. 609-403-0973. And, tell me if you think I should get Cuba Gooding Jr. on. Our good buddy Charlie Waller's working on that, and hopefully we'll have Cuba Gooding on. And, Bob, we were talking about, playing scared, and playing hurt, but there is something to be said. Cam Newton got hurt the other day.
Yeah,
He went out. He twisted his
foot.
ankle.
I don't think it's anything. But with all the guys that all the great quarterbacks that are in the league that have played, I just feel that the first game of the season, because we made such a big deal of Carson Wentz not playing in the preseason because they want to get hurt. So when he goes out for the first time, I'm going to be walking on eggshells. Every time he takes a drop back,
or he
every
takes
time
a
he
hit,
gets
or he takes
rolls
a
out,
hit.
I'm going to be holding my breath. Now, if he took a series or two in the preseason, that would have eliminated all that in my mind, and I think in a lot of people's minds.
I think people would feel better if they saw him take the hit and get up.
Don't you think it, Bill? Yeah, I was going to say.
Treat him like he's porcelain.
Don't you think if he played a snapper, a series or two in the preseason, that all that would have been gone?
I told Mike Gill several times when we go back at it. He and I go back and forth.
Was he not for the?
No, he wants to eliminate. He thinks it's not the preseason's not important. They don't need it anymore. I guess the NFL evolved, but I don't know how
that's true.
How about Seth Joyner, man? He's a
Gotta
strong
love Seth.
proponent.
Gotta love Seth.
He's no nonsense football. He's a throwback.
He puts
But
dirt.
here's
He puts dirt on his cookie. He needs it.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah. So the bottom line is when he takes a hit, Is he considered porcelain anyway? He's been hurt so often.
I wouldn't call him poor. They were freak injuries, Bill. Let's face it. I mean,
he uses his legs.
The way he got the knee injury. I mean, I've never even seen that before.
Usually you get him on a plant and cut.
Right. Never even seen that before. And then that back injury that he had. I mean, that was a freak thing. Listen. I don't consider him porcelain, but I am superstitious, and I'm going to be, like I said, I stated it, I'm going to be very concerned the first game. I'm going to hold my breath every time he drops back or takes a hit or is on a rollout, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, Bill. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are in the back of their mind when they're watching the game, they're going to be thinking that.
609-403-0973 is the text board number. Shoot us a text. Are you worried about Carson Wentz? And should I get Cuba Gooding Jr. on my show? Would he be an interesting guest? Yes, give me a thumbs up, yes or no. Quick thing, Bob. We did see a couple good performances. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, he got 8 catches for 104 yards, and he looks like he's going to be a player, man.
And here's the thing, Bill, and I think Paul Domowitch he kind of touched on it. We're going to have 4 guys that are really good receivers. We got D-Jax, right?
Right.
You got
Alshon Jeffrey.
Right. I mean, along with the tight end Ernst. Okay. You're going to have. My thing is there enough ball to go around?
Well, that's what Damo said. He's going to have to spread the ball around.
I mean, someone's going to be. And the thing is, will Carson Wentz be able to spread the ball around? He hasn't seen anything in preseason. It's going to take him 3-4 games just to gel with maybe 2 of the receivers, not 4 of the receivers. And you know who he likes to go to. He always throws the ball to Ernst. So is he going to be able to break that and spread the ball around as much as he needs to, or as much as they need him to?
Well, there's no.
I'll tell you what. I think it's going to take at least 3 to 4 games for these guys to gel, and I hope it doesn't cost them wins and losses.
There's no question it's going to take a little while for them to gel. I mean, they're using the preseason.
I hope it doesn't cost them wins, Bill. You know what I mean?
Nelson Aguilar.
Yeah, you got Ag.
Yeah. Got Ags. I mean, I just think that the Eagles. I just hope they don't get they got these guys in bubble wrap.
No, whatever you call it, Bill. Like I said, I don't know. To get a chemistry together. He hasn't played with D. Jackson, right, Bill?
Not yet.
So
in practice.
In practice, Bill. Let's face it. I mean, you gotta spend some time.
Well, I guess we'll see a lot of double tight ends with Dallas Goedert, double tight end set with Dallas Goedert, right?
I'm just wondering if Carson Wentz is going to be able to spread the ball. There's a lot of egos out there. Now, this Arcega-Whiteside, he's a new guy, so he'll be patient. Aguilar will probably be patient.
Corey Clement's going to make. I think Corey Clement will stick on the team.
He better.
So,
I thought he was good enough.
He looked pretty good the other day.
I would say so.
Bob, I went to the game. I brought my daughter Eliza Grace to the game. And she had her cheerleading outfit on. So cute. I wasn't concerned about bringing her to the preseason game. I wouldn't bring her to a regular season game.
Of course not.
With the language, language and everything. One thing I will say, there were a lot of for the preseason. There was a lot of families there.
Yeah, I noticed it when I watched the broadcast.
Yeah, it was a family atmosphere, which was really good.
Yeah.
But all the prices, I alluded to this earlier, all the prices are the same. $40 to park the car, which is an outrage.
I took my boys once.
Yeah. And actually,
once. Actually, I did go to the boys twice.
You know what, Bob? You're not on Facebook. Like I said, you're not on social media because you're a moron. But you know what popped up? A picture every once in a while. You'll see a picture that you did this a year ago to this day. And when I was taking Eliza Grace to the game, 4 years ago to the day, you took your boys to the first game.
Yeah.
To the first game.
That's right.
But $6 for a bottle of water, $40 to park the car. Cotton candy was $5. A soda's like $6, $7. Hot dogs are $7. It's an outrage. But they're going to get it. But they get 60,000 people online to buy tickets.
That's right.
So it's like, it's capitalism at work. If the demand's high.
Supply and demand. Everybody's got money right now, Bill. Everything's going good. Everybody's got money.
Everybody's got money. The economy's doing well, right?
So
they're going to get it.
Yep.
And you know what? Back in the day, remember we were growing up, you go to the practices were at Westchester.
Yeah.
And you could just literally walk up to practice.
And then they went up to
and then they went to Lehigh for a little while. Now, the fans can't even get close, really. It's all, structured thing. You can't really get close and get to know the
But do you remember,
the players.
do you remember when...
do you think that hurts the player? That hasn't hurt. I don't think that has hurt the players or the.
Well, that's why they want to get more. They can't get close enough, so they want to get more. They want to go to the games, blah, 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 you know.
Right.
Anyway, so do you remember when the Eagles played at the Vet?
Yeah.
And, sometimes it wasn't sold out, so the game would get blacked out.
Yeah, right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And we were all like,
But that didn't happen a lot, because I will say
I remember.
it did happen, but not like
How
other
old were we when that took place? You
Oh,
remember?
gosh, I was probably like 10 to 15 years old, right?
You think so?
Yeah. Well, you know everything.
Early to mid 70s.
Yeah, but one thing about the Eagles fans, Bob, when the Eagles stunk throughout the 70s, that place was sold, by and large, it was sold
I
out.
remember corporations used to buy the last 5,000 tickets so we broadcast.
Right.
You know.
609-403-0973 is the text board number. Should I get Cuba Gooding Jr. on the show? Would you like to hear Cuba Gooding Jr.? I think it'd be pretty cool to have him on and talk about the movie Jerry Maguire. All right, the second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course and enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And when you get down there, say hello to Radio Ron Ralston and Kevin Kelly's the starter down there. Those guys are fun guys to be around. Say hi to them for me. Hey, Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on a cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call today, 609-425-2042, or check out the website at grimes.com. And I talked to Grimesy today. He'll be in with me next week, and we'll go over the wins and losses for the up and coming Eagles season. Hey, you want to get your day started right with a breakfast at the Jersey Shore? Look no further than Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Family owned and operated since 1962, Uncle Bill's Pancake House is a Jersey Shore tradition with 8 locations from Ocean City to Cape May, featuring 30 types of pancakes, waffles, crepes. Uncle Bill's has something for everyone. Stop in at one of their 2 Ocean City locations and try my favorite, the stuffed French toast with homemade cinnamon butter. There's something for everyone, from fresh cut fruit cup, gluten-free pancakes, or fluffy stuffed omelets that are excellent. Can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Go to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, 8 locations along the Jersey Shore, 2 in Ocean City, and I guarantee you'll get a great breakfast with fantastic service and a smile. When we return, we'll continue talking Eagles. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile. Room 11:18. We're moving right along. We have Paul Domowitch from the Philadelphia Daily News, and we're talking Philadelphia Eagles. And Bob, this is one of my favorite guys because it's funny how we met. And we were just talking about this off the air, and I'll refresh his memory. He's a 5-time Pro Bowl player. All right, he had tied for the longest career touchdown pass in the NFL, 99 yards. He's in the Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Fame. He's part of the Eagles broadcast. Let's welcome into the locker room our friend Mike Quick. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on?
Well, Mike, I was just telling my brother during the break, I'll never forget when you and I first met. You used to go to see my brother at the Car Emporium
on Route 70.
On Route 70, the exotic cars, and you'd hang out and talk to him. And I think you must have left there and headed over to the airport, and you saw me standing in the jetway, and your head was on the swivel going, what's that? What are you doing
How did you get here?
I thought somebody was playing a joke on.
Your eyes lit up like it was like, what are you doing here? It was so funny. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing well, man. You know, it's football season, so for most people, the year begins in January. This is when the year begins for me. It's football season.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I love hearing you on the broadcast,
yeah.
man. You guys are great. You do a great job, and it just feels like home. Listening to you, man, I love your voice and your inflection, and having that Super Bowl under your belt, getting to the pinnacle as part of the organization. That's pretty cool, isn't it, Mike, for you?
Yeah, that whole experience was very cool for me. As a guy who played his entire career in Philadelphia and then remained in the area, I'm an Eagle.
Yeah.
That's for life. So to be a part of that, that whole experience was just an unbelievable thing, and it's kind of a lifetime thing that I'll have forever and ever, and I'll tell my kids, my grandkids about it for as long as I'm around.
Now, Mike, we have a couple mutual friends in Mark Rhines, but also Stanton. I remember a story. My brother Bobby lived up on 31st Street, and the Stantons lived behind us. You used to walk over to. Did you always come down and hang out with Stanton?
Dave Stanton.
Dave Stanton.
Yeah, I know Stanton was actually Dave's brother, Nip, and I played college ball.
Yeah, right in North Carolina. Yeah.
Bill Tower and that whole crew down at NC State, we were all there together with
Oh, that must have been a wild time.
Stanton's from Haddonfield.
they called him Nip around here. He was squatty.
He was a big dude, man.
Yeah,
he was a tough guy.
He was a great football player here in South Jersey, the Stantons, and of course that's a famous family from Haddonfield. All right, Mike, a lot's been made about keeping these players healthy. It's a different time from when you played, but we don't get to see the players like we have, or the big guys, the starters. I mean, the offensive line by and large is getting to play, defensive line, but it's like we got these guys in bubble wrap.
Yeah, it's not the same. When I played, men were men. It's different now.
Hey, we had Beasley Reese on last week, Mike, and he said the same thing, man.
Well, the real deal is that they've actually gotten a lot smarter about the way they manage these players. When you're talking about trying to take the helmet out of the game, out of the hitting part of the game, some of the ways that they're handling training camps, it's got to be better for these guys post-football, and that's what I look at. There's so many guys that are my era guys, my age, that are having a lot of physical, mental issues, and a lot of it is due to what they were asked to do during their playing career, and a lot of things that they're trying to take away from the game that I think is going to really help these guys in the long run. Now, for fans, there are things that we're not going to enjoy because of this, but I think it's better for the player.
Well, Mike, yeah, I think the league too is they weren't they on the hook for some, I don't know, if lawsuits or
for the concussion.
it's probably part of it too, the way that comes down. They were trying to protect themselves, I guess, too, along with protecting the player. But it's a business,
Yeah, well, the league has been forced to by the players to do a better job of protecting guys, doing a better job of making sure that, as I said, when the guys leave the game, that they're not as beaten up and mangled as some of the guys who are my era guys who are having trouble just day-to-day operation.
We're talking with Mike Quick, former Eagles player, and now on the broadcast team with Merrill Reese. Of course, you can catch Mike and Merrill at every Eagles game here on 97.3 ESPN South Jersey. Do a great job. Mike, as a former player, we're hearing a lot of, first of all, we're hearing a lot about how this team is, on paper, is a really good team, better than what they've had. Even Coach Peterson alluded to it. As a former player, being around, there's things that you can pick up on because you did play. What about this team, just from your standpoint of view, what you see behind the scenes indicates that this team is better equipped for a long run possible Super Bowl appearance again?
Well, I look at first the quarterback and the experience that he has now after watching Nick Foles over the past couple of years, the play that he's gotten in the early stages of his career, the growth there, and already coming into the league, just a phenomenal football player, really smart, great football IQ, great athlete, but the experience that he's gained over the past few years. And then I look at the depth at all the positions. And you really have to begin, if you're going to be successful in this league, at the offensive line. The offensive line, they are deep, they are talented, and well suited for the backup guys. They get so much work that they are able to plug in backup guys that I think are going to play without anybody missing a beat. So it begins at those two positions. You secure the quarterback position, you sign him to a long-term deal or an extended deal. You got a really good offensive line. Then the skilled players, the depth at the wide receiver position, the depth at the running back position, it's really a well-constructed roster. You go on the defensive side, same thing. It begins with the defensive line. That's a very deep defensive line, and it just goes on and on from there. So, yeah, when I look at this roster, the way it's constructed, I think this is a very talented and a very deep football team, but you don't win with that. What's on paper is not the way you win. It's what you do on Sundays.
And of course, injuries are part of the game, and so if they are deep, that bodes well for them.
That's good.
Deep in the season.
Yeah, Mike, Billy and I were talking earlier that a lot of players are superstitious. I don't know if you were, but I know as a player I was. And my thing is, with Carson Wentz and not getting any preseason snaps at all, going into the first season, I'm thinking, every time he take his drop back or a run, I'm kind of holding my breath. You kind of get that sense.
Well, that's just football. Whether it's preseason, regular season, guys get hurt. You got men that are running around banging into one another. People are going to get hurt. That's just the nature of this business. But I would much rather you go into the regular season with the main components of your team healthy rather than risking that, especially when you feel like they're in a good position. They've got the work in that you feel like they need. I would much rather see them go into the regular season, and if there's an injury that's going to occur, have it happen then when it really matters rather than in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to have all your guns, everybody lined up, and when they kick the ball off in September. I agree with you. Just as something to be said about.
Yeah, but Mike, you're a receiver, so you have to have a chemistry with the quarterback. The timing that takes a while, man. So he's never thrown to Deshaun Jackson. He's got this Arcadia Whiteside or whatever. It's gonna. There's a lot of weapons.
And this team got slow. They were slow scoring first quarter points last year, Mike. They were worse than the league.
They were terrible in the first quarter. Listen, in 15 games, they scored 41 points total in the first quarter. That's horrible.
No, I don't know. I just think it's going to be a while for them to get their chemistry together between Carson Wentz and all these receivers because he loves to throw to Ernst. We know that's going to be a given. But these other guys,
Well, I just don't think it's. We make a lot of the getting the chemistry with the wide receivers and all of that. I really don't think it's that difficult.
Okay.
You throw the ball, I catch the ball.
And Mike, you did a lot of catching, that's for sure.
Pitch and catch.
All right. Hey, Mike, what do you think? You think this team poised to go to the Super Bowl this year? What do you think?
Well, it's when you look at the end of the season, who's hot? Which teams are hot? First, which teams are healthy? Which teams have their best 11 when they go out on offense, go out on defense? That's really what it boils down to. If they have enough healthy bodies, the key bodies at the end of the season, absolutely. I think they're as talented as any team in football right now. But in December, is that the case? And if that is the case in December, I would say absolutely.
All right, there's Mike Quick, everybody. Thank you so much, Mike. We really appreciate it to hear you before the start of the season. Get us all pumped up for football. And thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me. Have a good day.
Have a good
there's
day,
Mike Quick, Philadelphia broadcast. He's a Hall of Fame, Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Famer. And once again, you can listen to Mike and Merrill Reese, the Eagles games on 97.3 ESPN South Jersey throughout the season. And
he sounds like he's stoked. He agrees with having Carson out. So hey, man, if Mike believes it, I'm gonna have to believe
We're gonna
it.
believe it.
We're gonna believe it.
All right. First hour of the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay.
And when you're done at Great Bay, you can feed your appetite by going to Red's Jersey Mex, the original Rojo's Tacos, located at 11th and Haven, Ocean City. Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, not the stuff that's sitting under a heat lamp for 6 hours after being in a freezer for 3 months. No. They make the food fresh when you order every single day. Give them a call for takeout or delivery, 609-399-2272. You know, guys, this is week 0 of the college football season.
This is it.
So if you're going to go and watch Florida and Miami tonight, which you hear all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN, then you can go get Red's Jersey Mex while you watch and listen to the game. Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven, Ocean City. The number one more time is 609-399-2272.
All right, when we return, we'll continue the sports conversation here in the locker room with Billy and Bobby Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. So, Bob, we're having a little fun here with Josh. You said to me at the break, like, what do we want to talk about now? And
I want to get Josh mad. You usually get him mad.
I have all my clippings here, and there's some I wanted to bring to your attention.
I'm pissed off though.
Yeah. So here, you want to see Josh go nuts?
Yeah.
Let's get some a little water and stir.
Yeah.
We'll watch what I do to Josh right now. So in a GQ interview, Baker Mayfield took a swipe at the New York Jets rookie quarterback Daniel Jones. And Mayfield,
New York Giants. You said Jets.
What did I say? Jets? I'm sorry, Giants. He said Mayfield said it blows his mind that the Giants would draft a Duke quarterback with the number 6 pick overall. As a college quarterback, he went 17 and 19. And Mayfield is saying he couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's a garbage story.
Why is it a garbage story?
It's a garbage story because, first of all, it was taken out of context.
It's written right there.
Time out. Someone took one cut from this interview without the context of the full quote. Because the full quote, when you go back and read and hear what Baker actually said was, he said it blows his mind that Daniel Jones, the Duke quarterback, and myself were drafted as high as we were. And he went on to explain that he thinks teams are misevaluating players. He thinks they're drafting all the quarterbacks too high.
Really?
Yeah,
And he mentioned himself.
Well, listen, I will say this. Baker Mayfield tried to clear up the issue Tuesday, saying the Instagram was taken out of context and that he was heard nothing but good things and wished nothing but the best for Daniel.
Well, guess what?
He did say, though, he can't believe that the New York Giants took him at number 6.
But stop focusing on that part. See, this is the problem. People like the Barstool Sportses of the world and these delegitimate, bastardized media outlets go out and take one clickbait headline. Oh, let's take this one headline. We'll run with this. We get about 200,000 clicks. And a bunch of irreparable bastards who go out there and put out garbage online. And everyone wants to sit there and act like it's truth. Baker Mayfield, if you take in the context of what he said, was not speaking negative of Daniel Jones. And look, I am one of the biggest Daniel Jones haters on the planet, but he's got to be
Wait a minute, hold on,
defended.
time out. What do you mean, you hate him?
Well, I hate him like a
Well,
human
first of all,
being,
did
but I
you
don't
see
think he
his
should be drafted
did
high.
you see
Oh,
his play
stop
last
it.
night?
You know what happened in 1999?
Well, the guy
what
went
was what was the
17
New York Times headline?
looked very
The New York
poised.
Times headline said, Ryan Leaf outduels Peyton Manning. Did the Colts make the wrong decision? Ryan Leaf had an excellent preseason that year.
I guarantee
Colts,
he's not
Peyton
going to wind
Manning
up like
looked
Ryan
garbage.
Leaf.
But-
Peyton Manning led the NFL in interceptions his rookie year, went on to be a Hall of Famer. I don't want to hear about preseason.
Let me tell you
Sam Bradford looked like a Hall of Famer
You know what my
in the
prediction
preseason.
is? Here's my prediction. That
What's
kid
your
Jones is going to wind up. He's going to be wind up playing over Eli Manning.
Well,
And-
that's not hard. I
that's
know
a
we're
real
playing Eli
stretch.
Manning.
Really, Bob?
Well, guess what? The guy looked
believe
poised.
you.
Look,
Play Eli
hold on.
Manning.
I
Let's
think
settle
he
down.
looks poised. And I watched a lot when he was at
vanilla
Duke.
defenses.
He played at Duke, man.
So what? Billy was poised. I watched him play. The kid's got poise.
All right, here's
he
the-
has
He
poise.
played at Duke against Clemson, a legitimate
Let me-
defense. He got his shell rocked.
By the way, speaking of
He didn't
Clemson,
have any protection.
Oh, okay. Now there's protection.
Well, you're putting up against the Clemson
You get picked
defense.
6 overall. You better be
But
the second coming.
You look good last
All right,
night.
listen, guys, settle down.
Wow, Billy's telling us to settle.
Hey, by the way, if you want to see Josh's head get red, go to my YouTube channel, and it's The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can see all the activities and festivities here, especially when we give away stuff. You can see what the interactions are.
Clickbait headlines.
And then you can see Josh's head turn red when I when I shake things up for him.
Fake news.
Listen. By the McElwee Sue McElwee's sons, Carter and Davis.
Right.
They go to Duke.
Right.
And we're gonna have one of those guys on there. They play in the band.
Yeah.
Well, Davis, I think, graduated. Carter's still there.
An American band?
He plays in the band. He
the
plays
Duke
in Duke's
band.
band.
The Duke band.
And they said they saw every
American
single game. They really love this kid, Bob. They loved it. Now I said to both Carter and Davis, hey, is it because you saw him every day? He's a Dookie? Is that why? Or are you being objective? He said, no, he's going to be a great quarterback
That's what I
in the
say.
NFL.
That's what I say. I think
They
he's
saw
got,
every single game he played, Josh.
Listen, let's face it, Josh. He's got the size.
That's Bob McElwee's grandsons.
He has the size. Ready for
I'm
this?
saying
He has
they
the
got football
size.
in their blood.
His arm strength is there. He has the size, right?
lot of
He's
guys have-
definitely
honestly, a lot of
smart.
guys have the size.
He's definitely smart. He fits the bill. He
So
fits the
Ryan
bill.
Leaf.
Ryan Leaf
Leaf
had
wasn't
he had a
smart.
problem. He was
He
a
wasn't
dumb.
smart?
He was a dum-dum.
He was
When you
a
go back and
party
watch
run.
all the yards he threw at the Washington.
He wasn't smart.
Yeah, but I don't think-
He was just a big
Well,
muscle.
they thought Peyton Manning was a loser and an idiot. He couldn't beat Florida. Remember, he can't win the big game. That's a Hall of Famer.
Josh, I think you about Barksdale Sports. You might be right about that, but I think you're wrong in your evaluation of this guy.
We'll
All right,
have
another-
this conversation in 10 years where we can actually
We're gonna have this conversation mid-year when he's
No,
playing.
I'm not judging a guy at mid-year. Following boat.
Oh, by the way,
he's
I
last
thought.
year.
Guess
Tebow,
what? Tebow got ripped off. They didn't like him because he was a religious guy. Okay, that kid won a playoff game with the Denver Broncos. He just nobody believed
Yeah,
in
you know
him. Is what the
what,
problem
you
was.
guys- Listen,
LeBron
Josh.
got
I will
drafted
say
in the
this.
first round.
Listen, I will
I
say
thought he was
this.
good.
Believed in him.
I will say this: that if the people, if you get drafted high, you're going to get more opportunities to fail or to succeed than someone that it's a lower draft choice. Especially now in the climate with the NFL now, you don't have a chance to prove yourself because
There is no
there's
preseason.
no preseason anymore. So you can't do anything that'll stand out unless you're in that practice. And
Put
by the
up
way,
a shot.
Domowitz even said that these practices you can't even tackle.
Right.
You're not even allowed to hit these practices.
Well, yeah, the
So if
with
it
the
wasn't,
Ravens.
so if it wasn't for this kid,
No, with the
this Hall
practice
guy,
with the Ravens.
if it wasn't for this Deshaun Hall guy getting some preseason hits, he would have been noticed. There's
Sure.
So I.
All right.
Anyway,
So I want to also. Patrick Chung got indicted for cocaine possession.
Who?
Patrick Chung from the
Former Eagle,
From
Patriots
former Eagle,
safety.
Patriots.
Oh.
Now, he got benched. Didn't he get benched in the Super Bowl? Was it
Yeah,
Patrick?
that was Malcolm Butler.
Oh, Butler. But that's what I'm. This is also goes back to, and I'm not trying to say that Mikel Franco has that problem, but these teams, Bob, they know who's doing what and who's maybe going crazy, and they you know what I mean. That's why maybe Mikel Franco got sent down because maybe he's not all in for baseball. Maybe
I
there's
don't
other
know.
things
It's hard
that
to say.
distract.
You and Josh seem to think on those lines. I just happen to think it's pure baseball.
No,
What
I'm
do I
not
know?
saying he's doing what Patrick Chung's doing, but you never know.
I can't rationalize sending a guy down when he's arguably your
Octavia
third best
Dotel
power
just
hitter.
got nailed for this. Same thing, Octavia Dotel from you played baseball for a long time.
Dominican Republic situation. They were trafficking drugs.
I
And
mean,
they were
these guys
He was?
laundering money.
Laundering money.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't get it with these.
Got caught up in that former players.
Wow.
But the
Former
bottom,
players.
these guys that make millions of dollars.
What are they getting
and
involved in
they
that
make
stuff
it.
for?
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But anyway, Bob, have you been watching Hard Knocks? You don't.
No.
I don't even have
I don't have
HBO.
HBO.
Josh. How about that? Is
Bill,
that
Bill, I have kids at home.
an outrage.
Listen, I have kids at home.
Yeah?
I don't want them looking at HBO. Ever see the trash that's on that channel?
John Gruden or something.
You know?
Yeah, because I want to hear it. But yeah, I want to. Do we play
You see the trash that's on that channel? I have kids,
Yeah.
Bill. I'm not letting them watch that stuff.
Well, John Gruden, he does.
All right, well,
I love him, man. I think
they're
I
making
think,
a big deal of this thing.
I think John Gruden is cool. All right. Second out of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club. It's not just golf; it's fun. Another thing, Great Bay Country Club is always in pristine condition. It's a great country club to be a part of. Radio Ron Ralston, Timmy Stover, they're doing a great job. It's a family atmosphere. Great Bay is a winning private golf club where you're greeted by name. It's home to a 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on an 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy the fine dining, or experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, AC Bar and Grill. The lifeguards hanging out there all summer long. Food's great. The service is unbelievable. Serving steak, seafood, spirits, and sports in Atlantic City for over 25 years. Simply the place to be. This Atlantic City institution is located at the corner of Pacific and South Carolina Avenue and has plenty of convenient free parking. Check out their sports and celebrity memorabilia that line the walls as you watch the game with the South Jersey Throwback Bar and Grill. Mention the locker room and get 99-cent draft beers with an order of their wings or mussels. For more information, go to acbarandgrill.com. Call them at 609-348-8080. That's the AC Bar and Grill. I want to remind people that it's that time of year for the Joe Namath Foundation Legends of Golf Tournament at the Bethpage State Park in Farmingdale, New York on Wednesday and Thursday, September 11th and 12th. Joe has been a champion on and off the field supporting children's charities. Come join Joe and other sports legends at the Broadway Joe's All-Star Jam Party on Wednesday, September 11th at 6 p.m. at the Long Island Marriott. Then tee off at 10 a.m. September 12th and tee off September 12th. For a variety of sponsor packages available, individual, group, and corporate golfers are all welcome. For more information, go to info@joenamath.org. All right, when we return, we'll wrap things up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.
The autumn wind is a Raider.
Come on, that doesn't get your hair standing up in the
by the
back of your
way,
head.
for people that don't know, that's the voice of John Facenda. He was great for NFL films. And by the way, I think he was a Channel 6...
Channel 10.
Channel 10 anchor? Channel whatever.
Oh, that's great. That's great stuff. You know what else is great stuff? Going to Mike Gill at the Mission Backpack at the ShopRite. What's up, Mike Gill?
Schweim boys, what's happening?
Oh man, we're having fun in here in the locker room today.
Well, we're having fun out here. We're at the ShopRite in EHT, and we're helping to collect backpacks. We're stuffing the bus for our Atlantic County students to eat. We've had a lot of people from the area stop by, but I got to be honest, not enough, Schweimer. Where are you and your brother when this show's over? I expect you.
Uh-oh, do we lose him? Do we lose you, Mike?
Oh, I should be right here.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
I thought we lost you for a second. Well, Mike, we got.
I expect you here, Bill.
That was good, Mike.
Mike, that was good. Mike, doesn't he get you pumped up, man, for football? John Gruden?
You know what gets me pumped up for football, Bill, is the weather today. I feel like there's a game that's going to happen in the parking lot.
It's crisp.
ShopRite HT. Yes, I'm ready for the football, but I'm ready for. Look, the summer's great, but the fall's for me, man. I'm a fat guy. I need a little cool in the air.
Billy knows what you're saying.
All right, Mike. Well, listen, man.
Bags, notebooks, number 2 pencils, the whole 9 yards. You know what we're collecting. We're at the EHT ShopRite till 2 o'clock, and I see a lot of cars driving up the Black Horse Pike, but not enough stopping here, Ben. I need more cars here, man.
Hey, Mike.
Right. Mike, knock on wood if you agree.
Hey, Mike, well, so all the stuff's in the backpack, the pencils, like each backpack's already filled?
No, basically, they have supplies here that you can basically either donate or you can buy. You can drop off stuff if you have it from another location. We're collecting. And we got a big school bus here, and this school bus is going to drive around to all the area schools that are participating that asked for help, and we're going to drop these book bags, and they're all
okay.
and they're going to disperse the supplies out to the students that need it.
I got you.
All right,
Okay,
Mike,
good.
baby, I'm going to come down and say hi to you, Mike.
That's good work.
I hope you do, Bill.
All right, I'm
I hold you to that.
going to come down and see you, Mike. All right, Mike Gill at the ShopRite.
You stiffed me last night.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn, Mike. All right, we'll see you over there, Mike. Thanks. There's Mike Gill at the ShopRite. All right, let's go. We got a couple text messages we can throw in there, Josh.
Yeah, 609-403-0973. Earlier in the show, Travis said, yes, I think you should have Cooper Gooding on.
Okay, well, hey, look, yeah, okay. Listen, I wouldn't mind hearing. I think,
I'm going to get him.
Another texter, and I have no idea where this text came from. Maybe I stepped out of the studio for a minute, but he says, Texture. I once went to an Eagles-Cardinals game at the Vet when the Cardinals were still in our division.
That was a while ago.
It was a blacked out game, and it was so hot we had to get out of our seats every 15 to 20 minutes.
No, because that's what Bobby.
we were talking about
back in the day when the games were blacked out.
Because they weren't sold out, and then corporations would like Abbott's Dairies would buy like 5,000 tickets or something like that.
We got one more text. Dan from Tuckerton says, Eli Manning last year had 4,300 passing yards, a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, and a 92.4 quarterback rating. I don't know if it was that high, but
yeah, that's kind of high.
It's not like Eli was hot garbage last year. Let Jones sit until halfway through the season.
Well, his problem wasn't his performance. He was getting drilled. He has no offensive line.
Yeah, well, they did improve the offensive line. So.
But you know what? Listen, Eli.
He's on the descent.
He is. Oh, absolutely.
I don't think he's a bum. I don't think he's hot.
He's going to be a mentor. He'll be a mentor to this. He'll be a mentor to this Jones guy. Of course,
he is. He's helping him a lot.
Yeah.
He's sitting him down talking. But that's also because remember, Jones's coach was the same coach as Eli and the same coach as
there you
Peyton.
go. There you go.
That guy, Cutcliffe. He was at Tennessee's offense coordinator. He was at Ole Miss as a head coach, and now he's at Duke as a head coach.
Josh is a wealth of knowledge.
But you know what? I've been trying to get on the show. Another guy I'm trying to get on the show, but he's big timing me. I think a little bit. Our former coach Paul Johnson. He just retired at Georgia Tech. Of course, he coached us at Lees McRae College in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I want to get the coach.
Hey,
on.
Bill. One thing I want to say before I want to mention something about the Sixers just to throw it out.
I don't want to.
You don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to hear
Ben
about
Simmons is being coached by the shot doctor. I think
Max
that's
McGee.
Herb McGee. I think that's worth.
Is it noteworthy? All right.
It's noteworthy.
I want to make a note.
It's looking good.
Starting tomorrow, the Locker Room will be broadcasting on Sunday mornings from 10 to 12. It's weekends in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. I'm very excited about the opportunity. And hopefully we'll continue to give you upbeat, intense, and provocative sports commentary and have a lot of fun. We'll have some special guests as we always do. Just a lot of fun. I want to thank Paul Domowitz today for giving his perspective. Of course, thank you to Mike Quick. He's a great friend of the show. Bobby, thanks for coming in. I know you might not be here next week. You take care of you. How you feeling with your knees?
Getting better, man. And slow progress.
I want to thank Josh Henning. He's my producer, director, and ambassador of Quan. That's my word. I'm going to get Cuba Gooding Jr. on. I'm going to get him on. I can feel it. It's Bobby. Stop being like superstitious.
Okay.
Are you still superstitious?
Hey, man, I'll be on eggshells until gets the first couple hits under his belt.
All right. Looking forward for tomorrow morning. Hunter Brody will be my producer. Stay tuned for that tomorrow. We got the Sports Bash with Josh Henning next. Thanks for making the Locker Room Party Saturday because nothing could be
finer than talking sports with the Schweiners.
For a tropical oasis while you're